Hi, I'm Al Vilches, and here at the Annapolis Sailboat Show. Just letting you know I'm representing Airhead Composting Toilet. Been involved with Airhead for over 13 years now. I'm a retired fireman. When I saw this product for the first time, I was completely blown away. So much so that I've actually begun selling Airhead Composting Toilets. What this does for you, it reaches out and where you can go camping, boating, RVing, anything like that. Because you're not tied down to a black water tank or a holding tank, which limits you on how long, and actually even know where you can go camping. So let me show you our original model. It's a diverting toilet where it's going to separate the urine away from the solid matter. Whether that user is sitting or standing, urine drains forward. Your solid matter drops down into a solid bin, and this bin is going to be filled about halfway up with either cocoa fiber or peat moss. Those are the two gold standards for absorbing materials. You could use just about anything. Now, this is filled about halfway up, and since this is totally waterless, folks will put a coffee filter inside the bowl here for less cleanup. Do your business on top of that. There's a little trap door handle on the side here. You would flip that trap door, everything's going to drop down with gravity. Regular toilet paper, regular coffee filter, you don't want to overload it like a regular toilet. On the side of your airhead is a crank handle. That's going to draw or spin a helix agitator that's inside. We'll spin that about 3 or 4 times, and now your solid matter is buried in the peat moss, and the peat moss starts doing its thing, absorbing moisture and odor. We have a vent, hose, and fan. You get a longer hose, of course. This mounts on either side of the toilet. There's 2 holes. Whatever hole it's not mounted on, that one would have a screen. That would be your air intake. This is a 12-volt fan. Draws 0.06 amps, trickle of nothing. For off-grid 5-watt solar to a 12-volt battery, you're fine. And if you do have power where you are, we have a 110 adapter kit. Just plug it right into the wall. So this fan is drawing air from the living space through the airhead and venting it to the outside. Our solid matter is mostly made up of liquid. So just through evaporation with the fan, it's going to reduce the size of your solids, giving you more capacity. 2 people using this exclusively every day, no other toilet, you might empty the solid bin once a month. And that was the whole concept behind it, because boaters, campers, RVers, you're always planning a trip around emptying a holding tank. Now you've got 30 days of full-time use. And if you do this on just weekends, you might extend that season almost to an entire season. Liquid's obviously more frequent. That's only 2 gallons. The liquids bottle and the solids bin are secured to the floor by stainless steel L brackets on both sides. You loosen these guys up, and this is how easy it is to get the liquids bottle out. Never open up the solids bin unless you're going to empty it. Cap goes on here. Dispose of it obviously in another toilet or however you feel fit to do that. When it's time to empty the solid bin, most folks have actually described emptying this as a non-event, because it's not going to have an offensive odor. It's just dry, crumbly compost. There's 2 thumb screws front and back. You loosen those guys up, the airhead bowl will lift straight up, so you could put this right up against a wall or a bulkhead if you need to. You don't need any extra space. We are the only composting toilet that has rubber seal gaskets on the lid, seat, and the bowl. So that means that this toilet can go inside of a wet room if your headspace doubles as a shower. When we started, we're filled right about here, halfway with that peat moss. Once you lose sight of those screws and you can see those through the bowl, that's when it's time to empty. Think of that. That is 30 days of full-time use. Now we've got to get this out of your boat or cabin, RV, wherever you've got it. We don't want to spill it. Airhead's the only composting toilet that comes with a lid. Secure that on there. Loosen your thumb screws from the brackets that stay on the floor. Everything comes with it. We actually have handles so you can carry this outside and you're not worried about spilling it. Ideally, we'd like to dump it into another compost bin for flowers, bushes, and trees, not food gardens. If you don't have that option, there's lots of different things that you could do with it. Worst case scenario would be actually just tossing it in the trash like diapers without the plastic. You're not hurting the environment, you're just throwing away compost. We do have several different options where other toilets, the toilet you see is the toilet you get. Ours, if your handle doesn't work on this side for you, we'll put it on the other side for you. If you want a smaller seat, we can do that for you as well. We have several different models. This is a household size seat. To your left is a marine size seat, which just makes it a little smaller where you can fit inside smaller areas if you need to. And now our newest design This one is designed so it has a hose that goes directly to a black water or gray water tank. So that way it would increase your capacity even more. Our other units have a 2-gallon or 1-gallon bottle. If you've got a 10-gallon holding tank, that's pure, just urine, not flush water, no solid matter. So we're still separating the urine from solids, giving you more capacity. Still has the rubber seal gaskets, but you can see this is a different bowl. Or even on sailboats, if your boat is heeling to the back, it's still really easy for that urine to drain in. There's also a rubber seal gasket on here, or a silicone seal. That way if any liquid does get here, it will not go into the solids bin because it does have a little drain that would go forward as well. We can be found on the web at www.airheadtoilet.com. Thanks for your time.